What's up everyone? Welcome back guys. Welcome back to SP Astro channel. So guys, in our last video we discussed about uh, the planets, wealth giving planets and wealth giving combinations in our horoscope. So today I want to discuss a very important topic in astrology which is called Vimshotri Dasha in astrology. In Parashara astrology, Rishi Parashar, who has actually developed this astrology, has given this Vimshotri Dasha period of 120 years. So today we are going to discuss about what is Mahadasha, which is called major planetary period, and then Antardasha, Pratyantardasha, which are called sub period and sub period planetary periods. So we have covered a lot of different topics till now in our astrology series, like about first house, second house, third house, fourth house, basics of astrology, basics of houses, planetary combinations, debilitated and exaltation of planets, and aspects of planets, planets, friends and enemies. So a lot of things we have discussed till now. So guys, if you want to check out those details before going into this video, just go on YouTube and type in basics of astrology, or you can simply type in my name Shikhar Watts and you can access all my videos over there. So let's start with our today's topic of Mahadasha, Antardasha and Pratyantardasha and the Dasha system in Vedic astrology. So as I told you that this is called Vimshotri Dasha system in Vedic astrology, and its total time period is 120 years, which is divided among 9 planets in the horoscope. So every planet has certain year of life cycle through which it runs in one's life. Sun has its own, Mars has its own, Moon has its own life period, and that their total becomes 120. So nowadays it is very difficult that one person can go through all these planetary periods in his life because 120 years is typically a very long time, but though exceptions can always be there. So these dasha system always starts from Sun and ends on Venus. If like we start on Sun, then Moon, then Mars, Rahu, Jupiter, then Saturn, Mercury, Ketu and Venus. So the Sun has a period of 6 years, Moon has a period of 10 years, then Mars has a period of 7 years, Rahu has a period of 18 years, and Jupiter has a period of 16 years, Saturn has a period of 19 years, Mercury has a period of 17 years, 17 years, and Ketu has a period of 7 years, and Venus in the last has a period of 20 years. So all these planets rules like this particular time period in everyone's chart from different time to different time, depending on what time, what place, and in which year you are born, and through that particular time, whatever dasha is going on, you will be born in that particular dasha, and your planetary period starts in that chronological order. So if suppose person born in Sun Mahadasha, then he will first be going through Sun planetary period, then Moon, then Mars, then Rahu, and so on. Similarly, if suppose someone born in Jupiter Jupiter planetary period, then he'll go through Jupiter, then after Jupiter it will be Saturn, then Mercury, then Ketu, then Venus, and so on. So all these dasha will continue in the same order, whatever I've just told you, from Sun to Venus. So as I told you that different planets have different years assigned to them through which they rule one's life. So it is very important in astrology because lot of predictions, and I would say that majority of predictions will be made through these time periods only, like what time period you are running through at this point of time and where that planet is sitting in your horoscope, and whether it is sitting in an enemy sign, whether it is sitting in a friend sign or exaltation sign, or it is sitting in angular houses, trikon houses, or it is sitting in dushtana houses, that is 6th, 8th and 12th. So depending on the planet placement, the dasha of the planet will be judged whether it will be a good period or a bad period for you, or it will be a mixed period for you. So as I told you that this is about major planetary period which is called Mahadasha. After Mahadasha, like not after but in Mahadasha, every planets run through its Antardasha, and in Antardasha every planet run through its Pratantardasha. So how it goes, like suppose you are running through Sun's Mahadasha. So in Sun, when Sun Mahadasha start, it will be like Sun Mahadasha, Sun Antardasha and Sun Pratantardasha. Now when that period of Pratantardasha will over, it will be like Sun Mahadasha, Sun Antardasha and Moon Pratantardasha, then Mars Pratantardasha, then Rahu Pratantardasha, and so on till Venus. After Venus, now Sun will enter into the Moon Antardasha. So there will be Sun Mahadasha, Moon Antardasha, and Moon will start again from Mars in its Pratantardasha, and so on till again Sun. Then after Moon cycle is completed of Antardasha, Mars Antardasha will start in Sun's Mahadasha. So like this period will continue, and Sun will complete its Mahadasha until Venus Antardasha is completed. So after Sun's Mahadasha is completed, Moon Mahadasha will start, and the same procedure will follow in Moon Mahadasha. So in every Mahadasha, every major planetary period, you will be going through one Antardasha of every planet, but like planet will have multiple times, they will come and go in their Pratantardasha. But Antardasha will always be one in one Mahadasha. So like this, Sun after Sun Mahadasha, Moon Mahadasha will come. After Moon Mahadasha, Mars Mahadasha will come, and so on with like in everybody's life. These planets will continue to have their Mahadashas in everyone's life. Depending on which Mahadasha is running, after that the other planets Mahadasha will start, or the Antardasha and Pratantardasha. So this Mahadasha is a major important period in one's life. So suppose you are running through Sun's Mahadasha, and Sun is sitting in Aries in your horoscope, which is an exaltation sign for Sun. So that is a very good sign for Sun, means that Sun is very strong in your chart. So suppose if you are running through Sun's major time period, which is called Mahadasha. So if you are running through Sun's Mahadasha, that period will be very important to you depending on where Sun is sitting. But again, depending on the qualities of Sun. So what qualities Suns have in one life? Sun is actually the administrator. Sun is the main important planet in astrology. So it shows that you will be very high on ego that during that time period, very high on self-esteem. Your self-confidence will be very high. So all these things, and Sun is your significator of your father, so it will be good for your father also. Moreover, these are the qualities for Sun in astrology, but where Sun is sitting, that also plays a major important role in your life when you will be going through Sun's Mahadasha. Like suppose if Sun is sitting in your 10th house, that will be good for your career, because 10th house is of your career. Like suppose Sun is sitting in your 7th house, so that shows you maybe your public relations, your marriage life, and all those things. So but accordingly where planet is sitting, that totally depends, and that Mahadasha will show that this particular area of your life will be the most activated area throughout that Mahadasha. But again, there are a lot of other factors which has to be taken into the consideration when these Mahadasha will run. So how? Like suppose if Sun is sitting in your 10th house in a sign of Mercury, right? So that house will be activated because Sun's Mahadasha is started. But what other house will be activated? What house Sun rules? Sun rules Leo. So Leo is number 5. So if Sun is sitting in your 10th house in sign of Mercury, like in suppose in Virgo, that is the 6th sign. So 9th house will be Leo. So 9th house will also get automatically activated, and things related to 10th house and 9th house starts playing a major important role in your life. That is related to your career, related to your fame, and by 9th house, like long distance travel, or maybe your religious thinking, your things about your father. So all these things will start playing a very important role in during that time period of Sun in your life. So this is about Sun. But suppose if Mercury is you are going through Mercury Mahadasha, and Mercury is sitting in your 4th house, in the sign of Jupiter. So that way it will activate that fourth house and that Jupiter sign in your life. But what other signs Mercury rule? Mercury rules Gemini and Mercury rules Virgo. That is the third and sixth sign. So those houses will also get activated, and things related to those houses will also get activated in your life. So similarly, this is the way how we analyze the Mahadasha, and we see which all houses are get activated. One more concept here is to be noticed is uh, there is a concept of nakshatra. I'm going to make a video on nakshatra, so which is a very important thing in astrology and determining the making the predictions and determining the state of a planet in your horoscope. So if suppose your Mercury, you are going through Mercury Mahadasha, so we have to see in horoscope what other planets are actually sitting in Mercury Nakshatra. Like there is a one nakshatra called Jyeshta, which is ruled by Mercury. So if suppose your Rahu is sitting in Jyeshta Nakshatra, or maybe your moon is sitting in Jyeshta Nakshatra, so depending on those things, which other planets are sitting in Mercury Nakshatra in your horoscope, those planets will also get activated during that particular time. But again, those will not be that much activated as like Mercury and the house in which Mercury is sitting and Mercury houses. So those things will get activated more, but again the planet sitting in Mercury Mahadasha will also get activated. So in this way we have to analyze the chart when we are doing some consultation, or we are reading through a chart. Then we should take all these factors under consideration, like which Mahadasha a person is going through. And after that, when you see you are going through Mercury Mahadasha, then after that you have to see which Antardasha, which planet Antardasha you are running. So suppose in Mercury you are running through a Jupiter Antardasha. So then wherever Jupiter is sitting, that house also gets activated, because now Jupiter also becomes active. So this concept is very important in astrology, because sometimes we see we have a good yogas in horoscope, but still that person hasn't got anything till that time by the which actually that yoga signifies. Why? Because till that time, maybe, or during that time, that yoga has not been activated. Why? Because those planets Mahadasha or Antardasha may not be running. So the person will not feel the effect of those yogas, or maybe those bad yogas effect in his life till then. But suppose if you are, as I told you about the Gaj Kesari Yoga in my last video. So what is Gaj Kesari Yoga? Gaj Kesari Yoga is when Jupiter and Moon is sitting together in one house, or they are aspecting each other through 7th aspect or through 4th and 10th aspect. So in the angular houses or in any other houses. So like suppose there is a Gaj Kesari Yoga in one's chart, and his Jupiter Mahadasha will be going to start, or he's already running into a Jupiter Mahadasha. So that yoga will get activated whenever the Jupiter Mahadasha will start, but it will get more activated when Jupiter Mahadasha and Moon Antardasha will come. So during that time period he will get the majority effect of that yoga in his life. So likewise these things has to be taken into consideration when we see all those yoga in one's horoscope and other factors indicating certain events in life. So as I told you about the length of duration of each Mahadasha, like Sun is having 6 years, Moon is having 10 years, Mars is having 7 years, Rahu is having 18 years, then Jupiter is having 16 years, Saturn is having again 19 years, Mercury is having 17 years, Ketu is having 7 years, and Venus is having 20 years. So other factor in analyzing the Mahadasha, that how this Mahadasha will be in your life. It will be a good Mahadasha, it will be a bad Mahadasha, or it will be an average Mahadasha. One factor which is very important is, suppose the planet sitting in angular house. As I told you previously also, that angular houses and the Trikona houses are the most important houses in one's horoscope, which are 1, 4, 7, 10, 5 and 9. So if planet sitting in these houses or planet ruling these houses, Mahadasha will start, then that is considered to be a very good Mahadasha. But if suppose Mahadasha offers 6th house planet, 8th house planet, or 12th house planet start, which are actually the Dushtana houses. So those will not be very good for you, and depending on the others factor, it could be very bad for you if a lot of malefics are sitting in there, or maybe malefics are respecting that planet, and he's not sitting in a good sign, he's sitting in an enemy sign or a debilitated sign. That will show that this time period will not be very good for you. But vice versa, if suppose you are running through Venus Mahadasha and Venus is sitting in here in the 12th house, in the 12th sign in the 4th house of your horoscope. So one thing, Venus is exalted because Venus is sitting in Pisces now. Other thing, the Venus is in 4th house, so Venus gets the directional strength. So all these factors makes Venus so strong that whenever the Venus Mahadasha will start, this person will gain a lot of luxuries, comforts, and whatever Venus signifies, and the factors of the 4th house like lands, properties, good big house, and luxuries and comforts, and everything in his life represent whatever Venus and 4th house represents. So in this way, we should analyze the chart and a Mahadasha and Antardasha and Pratantardasha and should make the predictions. So guys, this is my little interpretation on Mahadasha, Antardasha and Pratantardasha. I will be continuing more videos on Mahadasha, Antardasha, that how Mahadasha should be how we should analyze the Mahadasha in a particular horoscope, and like what the Mahadasha of Saturn means, what Mahadasha of Sun means, what all the planets Mahadasha. So I'll be making more and more videos on those topics. So, but this is just a general concept of what is Mahadasha, that is the major planetary period, and then sub period Antardasha and sub period Pratantardasha, and what is the duration of each planet ruling one's life. Like as I told you, Sun is having 6 years, Venus is having 20 years, and like that. So, but this is just the interpretation of that, and to make you guys understand what is Mahadasha and concept of Mahadasha, Antardasha and Pratantardasha. So guys, if you like my video, please press the like button. Also do subscribe to my channel to get more videos and the latest information on astrology. And also please feel free to ask any question if you have any. I'll try to answer them as correctly as possible. And if you want to get your chart consulted or analyzed, you can send me your details to shikhar.vats@gmail.com, which is my email address, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. I'm getting a lot of horoscopes these days to get analyzed, but I'll try to get you as soon as possible. So guys, keep watching my videos. Until then, goodbye.